Close your eyes for a moment, not literally, of course, you're watching a video, but picture the door. Not some abstract door, yours. It might be a room you left too slowly, a city you're still in, even though you thought about leaving years ago. A conversation you keep putting off. A person you're not sure is your future or just your habit. Every one of us has at least one door like that. And most of us stand in front of it far longer than we'd ever admit out loud. Not because we don't know what we want, but because one direction requires action and the other requires nothing at all. And that's the first clue to why staying wins so often. It isn't a choice in the classic sense. It's what happens if you simply do nothing. I won't tell you what's right for you, but let's look honestly at both sides. What you gain and what you lose if you stay. What you gain and what you lose if you leave. And the whole way through, we'll keep coming back to one question. Why, when the scales are truly even, does the weight almost always tip towards staying? Think for a moment about someone you know, it might even be you, who has sat in one place for years, suitcase packed, that never actually leaves. The suitcase is right there by the door, ready. Readiness was never the problem. The problem is something quieter, roots woven into the floor so deep you no longer remember when they grew there. What's good about staying? There's a feeling, if you've ever sat at a table with people who knew you before you became who you are now. Staying gives you exactly that. A depth that leaving can never give you quickly. History. Trust, built slowly, day after day, so gradually you barely notice it happening. Roots aren't only weight. Sometimes they're also what feeds you when it's cold outside. And we all remember at least one cold night when that was exactly what kept us standing. Staying is also a form of love, for people, for something you've built, for a version of yourself you still believe in. Not every act of staying is running from change. Sometimes it's the choice to finish something, because finishing has its own kind of dignity. And what's hard about it? But there's another side to that room you've been sitting in for so long. A root that feeds you is different from a root that slowly chokes you. And the difference rarely shows from the inside until a lot of time has passed. Staying can look like loyalty when it's really just inertia. You keep going because you kept going yesterday, not because today you'd genuinely choose the same thing again. And here's the first real reason it's so easy to stay longer than you should. The loss from leaving hits you immediately. On the day you go, it's sharp, specific. It hurts all at once. The loss from staying is different. It's paid in small, almost invisible installments, month after month, and you only realize the full sum once it's too late to change it easily. And we're wired to react to sharp pain, not quiet pain. And second, staying asks nothing of you. You don't have to get up, pack, say, "I'm leaving" out loud. It's enough to simply do nothing, and morning will erase the door all over again. Now picture the other moment. The one you remember if you've ever truly left something. A dock. A boat tied to it, rocking gently in open water. The way out isn't a metaphor here. It's literally in front of you. Just a rope in your hand, and the water beyond it is calm, almost inviting. What's good about leaving? Leaving is the only way to truly find out who you are when no one around you remembers who you used to be. When you stay in one place long enough, you stop being able to tell what's genuinely your own choice and what's just the setting you've grown used to waking up in. Leaving cuts that knot cleanly. And in that cleanness, there's a freedom staying simply can't offer by its very nature. Leaving is also an act of trust in yourself, as quiet as it is brave. You're saying without words, I believe I can build something new, even without a guarantee. And once you've genuinely felt that trust, it stays with you long after the day you untied the rope. And what's hard about it? But let's not romanticize it too much. Leaving has a real cost. One few videos tell you honestly. There are doors that, once closed, don't open again. A moment in someone close to you's life that you miss forever, not temporarily. Leaving tears at your own roots too. Not just at the place you're leaving, but inside you. The nostalgia, the faint guilt, the memory of a face on the dock that doesn't come with you. None of that disappears just because the decision was right on paper. And here's the second half of the answer to why leaving loses by default, even when it's the better decision. It requires crossing from the known into the unknown with zero guarantee. And our nervous system treats uncertainty almost like a threat, even when the familiar pain is objectively greater. Familiar pain feels safer than unfamiliar uncertainty, simply because you recognize it, not because it's actually smaller. So we arrive at the answer to the question we started with. Staying is easier not because it's more right, and not because you want it more than leaving. It's easier because it's built that way. From three directions at once, it requires the absence of action instead of action. It offers familiar safety instead of unfamiliar uncertainty. And it spreads its costs so quietly that you rarely feel it sharply enough to be pushed into reacting. If you've ever felt guilty for just not being able to decide, I want you to hear this clearly. The problem isn't you. You're comparing two choices, one of which is literally lighter on your nervous system, regardless of which one would actually be better for your life. Knowing this doesn't automatically solve anything, but it might lift some of the weight of guilt you've carried while standing in front of that door for so long. Because now you know why you're hesitating, not just that you are. Picture the door again, the one we started with. Or the boat, if that's the image that resonates with you more. I won't tell you which one to choose, but the next time you catch yourself standing there, hand on the handle or rope in your palm for months on end, neither truly staying nor truly leaving, ask yourself one thing. Not, what do I want more, but which one am I choosing because I genuinely believe in it, and which one am I choosing simply because it's easier to do nothing? Because the difference between those two questions is the difference between a choice and inertia dressed up as one. And you deserve to know which of the two you're living in right now.